Opening day of the inland sport fishing season is the day after tomorrow, but for one area that relies on fishing for tourism, any walleye caught now has to be thrown back.
Yeah, the State Natural Resources Board approved this emergency rule, and what it basically does is call for catch and release only for the Minocqua Lake chain and the Tomahawk Lake chain, both in Oneida County. Now, area fishing groups and tribal leaders are on board with the rule change, but as Fox 11's Eric Peterson reports, the effect on the local livelihood remains to be seen.
The Minocqua area has been a fishing destination for decades, but beneath these crystal clear waters is concern for the future.
I know the walleye population has been depleted the last several years, and obviously nobody's catching anything. We're losing tourism.
Another new female, high 23.
DNR fish biologists surveyed the population last week.
Well, it tells us we have a problem on the chain.
Gregg Walker is with the local chapter of Walleyes for Tomorrow. He saw the process firsthand.
We're seeing a lot of lakes where we don't have a vibrant male population.
It's a similar story on Tomahawk Lake.
That's where we used to catch a lot of decent walleye, but for the past couple of years, it's been horrible.
And at the local bait shop, owner Jeff Smith says walleyes are scarce.
We're down to, I think the DNR had mentioned 0.9 walleyes per acre, so that's not very many. And so we're hitting a point where nobody's getting anything.
Sport fishermen aren't alone. Like the FLAMBEAU Chippewa members harvest walleyes each spring on both chains.
It's way down. Our tribal spears haven't really seen anything out there. And anglers, non-native anglers, they haven't been catching anything either, so it's got to be really down.
The DNR says the annual tribal harvest across the ceded territory is about 30,000 fish. That's about 10% of the nearly 300,000 sport fishermen are estimated to catch.
Sport fishing and spearfishing pressure, is that what causes this?
We believe that the harvest levels have been reasonable for both the tribes and the anglers. These fish aren't surviving to an age that it's clearly below the size at which they're being harvested. So it's something in the environment, or it's either a lack of success or something else is eating them, or it could be any number of combination of factors, a series of bad springs where there's poor reproduction. Whatever the case, we want to solve it.
For the next 5 years,
there would be no harvest or no spearing, and catch and release only on the angling side.
Walker says spawning habitat will be improved, and millions of eggs at the local hatchery are growing quickly. By 2017, the DNR plans to stock 100,000 extended growth walleyes into the 5,800-acre chains, boosting the numbers to about 3 fish per acre.
I'm hoping it'll work for the betterment of not only our own band members, but for the non-band members too, and bring the lakes back. That's what's important.
I think it's what this area needs. It might be a little late getting that instituted, but it's better late than never.
We rely on tourism in our area, and it would sure be nice to get these lakes back to the levels where they once were, where we can have tribal harvest and angling harvest and have sustainability for everybody.
In Minocqua, Eric Peterson, Fox 11 News.
Now, this initiative is for 5 years, and walleye are the only fish that are affected. The plan will then be evaluated to see if the walleye population recovers to the point where sport fishing and tribal fishing can both resume. And you can get ready for the fishing opener on Good Day Wisconsin. Tomorrow, we're going to have some helpful tips from a professional fisherman.